Exciting weekend for everyone in California, and fortunately for those of us who like to partake in sports betting. I'm talking about the NFC Championship Game. It's a showdown between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. I'm Alex White here with Micah Roberts and Kenny White for Odds Checker. We're going to break down the NFC Championship Game, hopefully win us all some money this weekend. The Rams are currently minus 3.5. The total on that game is 46. Kenny, I'm going to start with you. San Francisco has won 2 this season and the last 6 in this series. Is it true what they say that it's hard for a team to beat another team 3 times in the same season?
Yeah, not really. It doesn't. It's not that difficult. But the majority of the time since 1980, the team that won the first 2 games has hosted the playoff game, and that's why they're a winner. 12-6 straight up, 11-7 ATS. Only 5 times has the visitor been 2-0 in the playoff game, but the home team's been successful there again. 3-2 straight up, 3-2 ATS. So it is difficult to beat somebody 3 times in 1 year. But if you're the home team, it hasn't been that way. 3-2 for the Rams, or 3-2 for that home team that had lost the first 2. So we'll see how that pans out. I know one thing. I wouldn't really lay 3.5 in a game that's this closely matched against 2 division rivals, because I don't have that big of a difference in my power ratings. But looking at Odds Checker on the money line, I can find $1.70 at DraftKings. That is the best number. If you're looking for the 49ers, Micah, $1.60 is almost everywhere. And I know you're leaning a little bit to those Niners, aren't you?
I sure am. The 3.5 looks real good for me. I mean, if a team wins 6 straight times against another team, taking 3.5 and a hook, I mean, that sounds like pretty sound advice. Nothing's really changed from the 49ers. They've got all the same parts. The Rams can't stop Deebo Samuel. This year when they played him, 4 touchdowns, one of them a passing, couple receiving, and a rushing. The guy's an Army Swiss knife, dicing up the Rams. And this is what they do. Kittle has great games against the Rams. And the defense, the number 3 defense of the 49ers, pretty much shut down the Rams in both games. Even though the last game they were up 17-0, the 49ers had to come back, but they had so many more yardage. Same with the first game when they blew them out. So this is a spot here. I see the 49ers 8-3 on the road. They've been at their best on the road. Jimmy Garoppolo 15-4 against the spread on the road. And it's just one of those things where Kyle Shanahan and one of his best friends from the old coaching days with LaFleur and Sean McVay at the Redskins, they were all on the same team. They hung out together, and now they're playing chess matches against each other. And Kyle Shanahan is just, I mean, it's got to irritate McVay, as competitive as he is, to lose 6 straight games against one of his best friends. So the chess match here, you have a spot where 2nd and 8, Kyle Shanahan already knows what McVay is going to do. He just knows him so well. So now McVay goes against his game plan and tries something else. I think there's something in there to that. And I think the win for the Rams when they eventually beat the 49ers is going to be super sweet for McVay. But for right now, the system and everything that's been going, Kyle Shanahan has had the cards, has had the players, has had the mix that just goes well and just beats the Rams every time out. So, yeah, I mean, I like them to win straight up, but the 3.5, I mean, we've seen all these close games in the playoffs. These 2 are so evenly matched here. To get 3.5, I find extreme value.
And the total opened at 47 and now moved down to 46. Mike, I'm going to start with you. Do you agree with the under money?
Yes, I do. I think it'll be a low-scoring game, and that's the way these 2 play most of the time, battle. And I look at the yardage differences. San Francisco in this first game, 335 to 278 yardage, and the second game was 27-24, but they won 449 to 265. In each of those instances, you see that the passing game did not go well for Stafford, and he had 4 interceptions between those 2 games. He had 8 in the last 4 games of the regular season. He's been brilliant throwing the ball, but a lot of bad coverage. How do you let Cooper Kupp just fly down the field? They did that twice with the Buccaneers secondary. Super Bowl champions, that was awful to let the best player on the field just run free a couple times like that. So, yeah, it'll be a different story here. I think it'll be a low-scoring game.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I love the game under. You know, go back and look in history in those 23 games that were played, third meeting in the playoffs. The median score in those games, home team 22, the visitor 14. That adds up to 36 points. And Easily both games could have gone under in the regular season. 31-10, the first one went under. The last one was 24-13 in the fourth quarter, going way under the total until the 49ers got 2 late touchdowns. And, Micah mentioned it. Deebo Samuel, he threw a touchdown pass in that game. Both these teams have shown each other everything they could possibly show them. There's no more secrets. They know what to look for. They know what's coming at them. 2 top 10 defenses. I'm looking at doing some alternate point spreads. Make sure you get the best number before you make a bet. Go to oddschecker.com. I'm looking at their odds screen, and I'm looking at the total, the alternate totals. I'm going to go under 44.5 and take plus a dime from Fox Bet. I just became the bookmaker now. I'm taking plus a dime on that game. I'm also going to go under 42.5 at Sugar House and take plus $1.48. I'm better than the bookmaker too. And those are 2 key numbers, 44 and 42. I get the hook on both. I get plus money on both. I think it's going to be an extremely low scoring football game. It's going to be a great one. It's going to be a battle. I love these type of games.
Wow. Okay. Both in agreement for the under. Kenny taking a little bit even lower than what the books have now. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. I'm Alex White with Micah Roberts and Kenny White for Odds Checker.